is just fantastic. Captain's log. Subject 220613.4. The stealth tech kind of failed, so we had to initiate radio silence, thrusters only, to position ourselves in a near to optimal spot. Now, should we get ALR in the back fat? Or should we aim for the Ralpha male's multiple chins? Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I would like to continue the Fallout discussion concerning Johnny Depp vs Amber Heard defamation trial. Not just because I want to milk it for all that sweet ad rev, because I'm obviously a leech, but more importantly because more has come out over the past week, and I don't want too many of these sources to pile up before making an additional follow-up, because understandably there's a chance of an appeal, maybe, and we don't really know yet what is going to happen with Amber Heard. The same to an extent can also be applied to Johnny Depp, but Johnny has been quite the active chappy and we will get to that momentarily. So let's start with Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp has been touring with Jeff Beck. For Johnny, this has been a resounding success. His fans have turned out in droves to support him and Jeff Beck. His performances have been quite celebrated. What has been considered a more interesting topic has been the bills racked up at restaurants in Birmingham, or notably an Indian restaurant, where Varanasi, the restaurant in question, was closed to the public as they shared dinner with a group of friends, the end bill of which was £50,000, which in fake money is around $60,000. That's an impressive bill, unless this one's also run by Salt Bay, in which case it is vastly overpriced. And while we are on the subject of Jeff Beck and Johnny Depp, they have actually announced they will be releasing a new album next month. How exciting. I expect it to be #1 just because of the popularity right now of Johnny Depp. So what about Amber Heard? Has she had any celebrated outings at restaurants? No. Well, in fact, instead, Amber Heard received a marriage proposal from a Saudi man. He had declared Johnny Depp in a voice message to her official Instagram account an old man, and Amber should marry him because she doesn't have anything else. Well, she certainly doesn't have any money, and if you've got money with oil, she might consider it. The full quote of this voice message reads as follows. Amber, since all doors are closing on you, you have no one except me to take care of you. I've noticed that some people hate and bully you. Therefore, I decided to marry you. May Allah bless us both. You are a blessing. But people don't appreciate that. I am better than that old man. What a good Samaritan. Such a decent man stepping up to the plate, making the ultimate sacrifice, and offering you joy and happiness. And that benevolent decision to marry you, Amber Heard, is one born entirely out of selflessness, dignity and integrity, solely to make sure that you are loved and blessed by Allah. Kathleen N. Walsh wrote an opinion piece for The Independent titled, Amber Heard didn't ask for any of this, but the verdict will change her life. This is not a case about whether or not abuse took place. Everyone seems to have forgotten that. There's a fair argument to be made that no matter which way the jury went in the Johnny Depp Amber Heard defamation case, Heard and domestic abuse survivors at large had already lost. Certainly the weeks and weeks of social media abuse, the humiliation, and the relived trauma Amber Heard endured through this highly public trial would be enough on its own to have a chilling effect on future DV survivors. But the verdict still matters, and it especially matters because Heard never asked for any of this. Lest we forget, Depp sued her. Further continuing by portraying Amber Heard as a victim of DV and talking about how this in fact is not a case about abuse, but instead a demonstration of how far free speech goes in America, using the libel suit in the UK, where a UK judge decided it was right that the Sun be allowed to term the actor a wife beater using, and I will quote it, probable likeliness. Zero actual evidence to support this high probability that Johnny Depp did 12 out of 14 times domestically abuse Amber Heard. Social media was resoundingly on Depp's side because they saw the evidence as well and saw her multiple lies and decided, no fam, washing hands, we are done with this. She has lied. She lied on the stand in the defamation trial. She was caught out far too many times, which to many debunked so much of the UK court's absolutely laughable position. And this article is amusing because, Amber Heard may not have asked for any of this, but she did bring it on herself when she defamed somebody, when she had outright ruined someone's career for selfish gain, and that was proven in the US. It is not a free speech thing because she is still free to speak whatever she wants. Again, it's that consequence that many don't seem to understand, because there is no such thing as free from consequence. And opinion pieces like this are fascinating because it shows you just how deluded some people are. You still think that Amber Heard is a victim of DV as well, yet her own criminal record is against her. She is the wrong person for you to put on a pedestal when she has done it to others. And she has been proven to have done it to Depp as well, with video and audio evidence supporting it quite conclusively. To me, when people put out these kind of articles, it just shows to me that they really do live within their own little bubble of arrogance, lacking any true discernible skepticism because, but he's a man. He can't be a victim. No. Courtesy of The Insider, a TikToker, an anonymous TikToker, drew attention by claiming to be a juror in the trial. Many people analysed the user's posts, with many believing that the story itself was fake. The user in question is called Seeking Infinite. It was deleted. The hashtag Seeking Infinite amassed more than 110,000 TikTok views. After the trial ended, several users uploaded audio and video clips that appeared to have been originally posted by Seeking Infinite. In one of those clips, the user can be heard identifying themselves as a juror and saying, "I wish to remain anonymous, but I thought I'd give some insight on my thoughts about the trial," further claiming that Amber Heard came across as a crazy woman and that everything she was saying came off like bullshit. There was a belief by some that if the jurors were found to have been active before a certain amount of time had expired, that could be used in the appeal process for Amber Heard's benefit. So I'm not entirely sure what the validity to that is. But while we're on the subject of TikTok, Johnny Depp has started one, and Amber Heard was not happy. In fact, she responded to Johnny Depp's debut where he said he wanted to move forward. Amber Heard's rep said, "As Johnny Depp says he's moving forward, women's rights are moving backward. You're right, because accountability means that women's rights are being compromised. You being treated equally to that of a man, which is what you were, means that somehow women are being unfairly treated. What you're talking about is what others call more equality, or what the normal people would say, misandry." On TikTok, Johnny Depp very quickly has managed to amass 5.1 million followers, which is an incredible gain over such a short period of time. The full statement from Amber Heard was, "As Johnny Depp says, he's moving forward. Women's rights are moving backward. The verdict's message to victims of DV is, be afraid to stand up and speak out." Because of her hard work, Camille Vasquez, in her success in this trial, was promoted by her law firm to partner. Congratulations, Camille Vasquez, who has been very vocal about other aspects of this. First of all, she had spoken about the fact that Johnny Depp might well waiver the $8 million judgment because his reputation has been restored and he doesn't need the money. Both Camille Vasquez and Benjamin Chew, the lawyers for Johnny Depp, have made several TV appearances. They have spoken to many outlets, explaining why, for example, Benjamin Chew fist-pumped a little bit when Amber mentioned Kate Moss, or questions concerning whether or not there's a conflict of interest for Camille Vasquez perhaps dating Johnny Depp. It can be considered quite tragic the depths some will sink to make a point or invalidate another person. Both of them have, though, confirmed that Johnny Depp is likely to drop the $8 million in damages if Amber Heard drops the appeal. Of the two of them, he has the resources to go further if it has to. She does not. And if she loses again, which she is likely to unless she can provide anything extra, it will cost her even more. And it is even more unlikely that Johnny Depp, for the appeal, will simply say, "No, I don't want the money this time." Amber's own lawyer, Elaine Bredhoft, actually said that Amber is likely to go for the appeal because she has some excellent grounds for it. I keenly await that then. While speaking to Good Morning America's host George Stephanopoulos, Camille said the key to victory was focusing on the facts and the evidence and Johnny's opportunity to speak the truth for the first time. It was 6 years in the making, and I think he was able to connect with the jury and the general public. When responding to Amber's spokesperson's comments about women's rights moving backwards, Camille said, "I think it's disappointing. We're only speaking about what happened in this case, and the facts in this case were overwhelmingly positive for Johnny. I think our response to that is we encourage any victim to come forward. DV has no gender," which I completely agree with. There is a stigma still around this, and it really needs to go the way of every single reboot that ever happened ever, because you really don't have any original ideas left, Hollywood. The final thing we need to discuss, because this has been trending on-off continually, for years. It's been going on for so long, and it is still trending. Aquaman 2. Why is it trending? Because many are planning to boycott it. Many are planning to walk away from it. Some don't want to watch it even though they love Jason Momoa because they don't want to compensate him, because by doing so they are compensating Amber Heard. Others pointing out that some vow to watch it just to compensate him, and that he shouldn't be a victim of this. But then a screenshot has been doing its rounds, and I don't know if this is true or not, because I couldn't find it, and there are over 400,000 people that have liked it. Amber Heard's statement on Instagram when the trial was over, Pride of Gypsies liked it. Pride of Gypsies is Jason Momoa's Instagram account, liking Amber Heard's post after the defamation trial, being used as evidence that you really shouldn't support Jason Momoa because he supports Amber Heard. Well, from other sources when it comes to Aquaman 2, apparently Amber Heard has had all her scenes removed from Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. But then we have conflicting information from other sources indicating that Amber Heard actually has more screen time in test screenings, just to gauge a response. So has she been removed or not? It is still open for debate because no one seems to actually know just yet whether or not she's in it. She is still listed as being in it, so I'm not entirely sure myself. Do I think she should be? Probably not. Probably not. Let's just use the argument of bad chemistry as a valid excuse. Let's go with that. Okay, Future Meg here. As I was finishing up this video, I got this article on my phone. Amber Heard had a sit-down interview with today's Savannah Guthrie in a primetime interview that's set to air Tuesday and Wednesday on NBC. Amber Heard during that interview states that she understands why the jury reached their verdict, saying, "I don't blame them, I actually understand. He's a beloved character and people feel they know him. He's a fantastic actor," but also believes that her treatment had been unfair, saying, "I don't care what one thinks about me or what judgments you want to make about what happened in the privacy of my own home, in my marriage, behind closed doors. I don't presume the average person should know those things, and so I don't take it personally. But even somebody who is sure I'm deserving of all this hate and vitriol, even if you think that I'm lying, you still couldn't look me in the eyes and tell me that you think on social media there's been a fair representation. You cannot tell me that you think that this has been fair." And to answer to that, I was going to blow a raspberry, but I'm going to respond with the following. You mentioned fair representation in social media. The problem with that is, the vast majority of social media don't agree with you. So what are you going to do? Buy and pay for them like you thought Johnny had with us? Good luck with that.